Imagine a young farm boy claiming he could translate ancient records by the gift and power of God. What did that look like?
Some people have said, I even entertained it a while, well, maybe God didn't do the translation of the Book of Mormon, that he had a committee. I'll state it. I've stated it once. I don't state it anymore because I don't believe it. And God had a committee, though, of Protestant reformers, in England, English guys that had died, and got them all together and said, here's the translation. I want you to do this Book of Mormon for me, and we're going to give it to Joseph Smith down the road or something. So, so this is the committee idea, and these guys are from the 15 and 1600s. Now, first of all, the committee has to go from before 1540, and it's got to go up to 1730 because you got vocabulary that some is coming in and so forth. So it's a mix. That's one of the things. But, you can imagine lots of things. Just because I can imagine it doesn't mean it happened this way. But then there's one real problem with this theory of the committee. So this is the problem. Stan and I were sitting there studying early modern English writers, and we got this guy Harpsfield who wrote the life story of Sir Thomas More. And he wrote it in about 1557 or so. And Stan is reading it to me. It's in the time period of the kinds of things we've been seeing in the Book of Mormon. And about every other sentence, Stan reads a word that I don't understand at all. So there's something like wean. It doesn't mean to wean a baby. It's in there. W-E-E-N. So we stop, we get out the Oxford English Dictionary and say, okay, let's find this word. We don't know it. We go down another couple sentences, we find another word. We don't know it. We got to look it up. So if we have a group of guys, 15, 1600s that are putting together a text, there should be words in there that we don't understand at all. Well, we have that in the Book of Mormon when Isaiah is quoted. Carbuncles, the besom of destruction. We get words, in fact, we have no idea what they mean. And we have to look them up. But when we get to the Book of Mormon, we don't get that kind of vocabulary at all. We may get errand, which means originally task, or not task, message, but now means task, but it's still in English. So when Joseph Smith says errand, the scribe's going to recognize the word, he'll write it down. Even though the meaning may have changed, the words are still the same. This is true of virtually every word in the Book of Mormon. They're all understandable to Joseph Smith and Oliver Cowdery as far as words go. They haven't dropped out of the language. Whereas if I read a 1570 book, I'm going to find, I don't know this word. I don't know that word. Stan, what is this? We're going to have to look it all up. And when we read Isaiah in the Book of Mormon, we got to look up all these words that irritate us, all these women with their wimples and their, all their paraphernalia they're wearing. What are these things? And, we like some notes. We got to be told. But you don't have to do that with the rest of the Book of Mormon. What does this mean? Well, it means that the translation is being prepared for Joseph Smith so that he can read it off. And the scribe can write it down, and they will recognize the words, even though they may not recognize their meanings quite right. So they departed, the Red Sea departed. You know the word depart. You can write depart. You're okay. Even though you don't realize, well, it means parted here, You don't recognize the old word. Extinct. You still have the word extinct, but you use it differently. So however this text is being prepared, it's being prepared for Joseph Smith's time. It's being sort of filtered, so there won't be the besoms in there and the carbuncles and the wimples. So it can't be that there's some committee that just got together and put it all together and says, okay, we've done our job, now we'll just wait for Joseph Smith. So I think it shows, however this translation is prepared, it's being prepared for Joseph Smith and Oliver Cowdery and the other scribes. And the Lord has his hand in it. He's overseeing it. It isn't just sort of been done, When you get this idea of a committee, you sort of think, it was done and it's just sort of sitting there and now we can just wait for Joseph Smith. Well, no, it's the Lord doesn't just let this thing go. He's preparing it. He's working with it.